Inside Scoop. Coco Gauff's ex-coach breaks down Alcaraz's struggling ATP Finals victory over Fritz. When Alcaraz stepped onto the Turin court under the dazzling lights of the ATP Finals, fans expected fireworks. This was the same young man who had electrified the sport with his fearless aggression, thunderous forehand, and youthful energy that reminded many of a young Rafael Nadal. Facing Taylor Fritz, the calm, big-serving American, most believed Alcaraz would dominate. Instead, what unfolded was a psychological chess match. From the first set, Alcaraz looked tense. His footwork, normally crisp and explosive, seemed half a beat late. His returns lacked conviction. Fritz capitalized, dictating points with his heavy ground strokes and surprisingly efficient net play. By the end of the first set, Fritz had seized the momentum 7-5, leaving fans wondering, what's going on with Carlos? Then came the moment that turned the match into a battle of resilience rather than rhythm. Brad Gilbert's sharp analysis. He's fighting himself out there. Sitting courtside as part of a commentary panel, Brad Gilbert, Coco Gauff's ex-coach and one of tennis's most respected tacticians, offered a perspective that cut through the surface. Carlos isn't just playing Fritz, Gilbert remarked during the second set. He's fighting himself. The mind's not as free as it used to be. He's trying to force magic instead of letting it happen. That observation hit like a thunderclap. Alcaraz's rise had been built on instinct, fearless, fluid, and electric. But in Turin, that natural rhythm seemed replaced by overthinking. He grunted louder, gestured more, even argued with himself between points. The swagger that usually defined him looked replaced by hesitation. Gilbert continued, "This is a fatigue you can't measure, not the body, but the brain. He's played heavy tennis all year. When the legs slowed down, confidence fades. And when confidence fades, even a shot like Alcaraz's forehand starts to look human." Indeed, the stats told the same story. Alcaraz committed 34 unforced errors and landed barely 55% of his first serves in the opening two sets. It was uncharacteristic, even alarming, for a player once hailed as the heir to Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic combined. Fritz's calm versus Alcaraz's chaos. Taylor Fritz, on the other hand, looked composed, even serene. He didn't try to overpower Alcaraz. He simply waited. He absorbed the pace, redirected the energy, and forced Alcaraz to hit one more shot. It was tactical patience at its finest. And yet, as Gilbert noted, Fritz's calm demeanor became the very storm that woke Alcaraz up. Sometimes, Gilbert said, a player like Carlos needs chaos to find clarity. The more he struggled, the more his instincts tried to fight back. You can't coach that kind of fire. It's built into his DNA. That fire finally sparked midway through the second set. Down a break, Alcaraz unleashed a series of breathtaking forehands, the kind that seemed to defy physics. He sprinted, slid, and stretched, firing winners from impossible angles. The crowd erupted as he raised his fist and yelled toward his box, igniting a momentum shift. From 3-5 down, Alcaraz clawed his way to take the set 7-6, leveling the match. Between grit and genius, the defining set. The third set became a war of attrition, not just physical but emotional. Fritz refused to back down, holding serve after serve with machine-like precision. But Alcaraz, fueled by raw determination, found a way to elevate just enough when it mattered most. His signature drop shots began to find their mark again. His passing shots curved like brushstrokes on canvas. And though the errors still haunted him, he kept swinging, unafraid, unrelenting. When the dust settled, Alcaraz sealed the victory 5-7, 7-6, 6-4. The crowd erupted, but his celebration was subdued, more relief than joy. Post-match breakdown, Gilbert's truth bombs. After the match, Brad Gilbert sat down with reporters and delivered a brutally honest breakdown that quickly went viral across tennis media. "That wasn't vintage Carlos," he began. "That was survival Carlos. The difference between the two is huge, but it's also what separates champions from the rest." He explained that what fans witnessed wasn't decline, but moment of reckoning, the kind every great player must endure. "You go through stretches when your game stops obeying you," he said. "The timing's off, confidence dips, and suddenly the shots you use to make blindfolded start missing. But the great ones, they still find a way to win ugly. Tonight, that's exactly what Carlos did. Gilbert then delved deeper, analyzing Alcaraz's technical and tactical decisions. On the serve, he's rushing it. His toss is too far in front, which forces him to muscle the ball instead of flowing through it. That's why he's missing spots. On shot selection, Carlos loves the spectacular, and that's fine when he's confident. But tonight, he needed to simplify. Too many 50-50 shots in neutral rallies. When he finally started hitting through the middle and constructing points, the match changed. On mindset, he's carrying the weight of expectation. Every match, every point, people want fireworks. But sometimes the bravest thing a player can do is play boring. Gilbert drew parallels between Alcaraz's current struggles and Coco Gauff's breakthrough period when he was part of her team. Coco went through the same thing. Everyone wanted perfection overnight, but progress isn't linear. She had to embrace the grind, the messy wins, the frustrating losses. That's how champions grow. Carlos is just in that phase now. It was a rare, intimate insight from someone who had guided Gauff through a transformation from raw talent to Grand Slam champion. And it hit home. Even prodigies have to evolve, recalibrate, and learn to win the hard way. The bigger picture, Alcaraz at a crossroads. For Carlos Alcaraz, the 2025 season has been a paradox. Moments of invincibility intertwined with visible fatigue and frustration. The pressure of being the sport's poster boy after Nadal's twilight and Djokovic's decline is immense. Every match is a microscope, every dip a headline. But as Gilbert wisely noted, these struggles are not setbacks, they're stepping stones. Tennis careers aren't defined by dominance, he said. They're defined by what you do when dominance disappears. That's where growth happens. That's where legends are made. The ATP Finals match against Fritz might not have been Alcaraz's cleanest performance, but it was arguably one of his most important, a mirror reflecting both his fragility and his fortitude. Final thoughts. The champion within. As the night concluded and the touring crowd filed out, the narrative began to shift. What looked like a struggle transformed into a symbol of survival, of a young champion learning to navigate the burden of brilliance. Gilbert's analysis wasn't critique. It was a roadmap, a reminder that even the brightest stars flicker before they burn stronger. Carlos Alcaraz, despite his struggling victory, once again proved why he's the heartbeat of tennis's future. Not because he's flawless, but because he fights through his flaws. As Brad Gilbert succinctly put it in one final line that lit up the sports world, if that was Carlos Alcaraz struggling, God help the rest of the tour when he's flying. And with that, the message was clear. The best of Alcaraz is yet to come. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.